Dynamic Gospel Power Show. Tune in on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Tampa Bay's Tan Talk, entertaining and informative radio for the Sunshine State.
It's 7 o'clock. It's Thursday night. I'm Mac James, stand-up comic, and it's time for Stand Up for News. Citizens of Earth, welcome back to another amazing episode of Stand Up for News. I am your host, Mac James, stand-up comics. We are stand-up comedians, and we tell the news. We are Stand Up for News. This is my co-host, Stand Up for News, Best of the Bay winner, Robin Savage. Say hello, Robin.
Hello, everyone out there in listening land.
Welcome back, Mom. And say hello to our sponsor, Joe Rieger, One Unit. Say hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. How are you doing today?
And then my co-host to my left, which you can't see unless you're watching on YouTube or Facebook Live. If you're on radio, you can't see my left. I am facing north, if that helps. Kevin, stand-up comedian Holly.
What's up?
Oh, sorry,
everybody?
Kevin A. Holly.
Yeah, whatever. Hi.
And then we have our other co-host, Brandy Joy, stand-up comedian Brandy Joy.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Brandy.
I try to sound real seductive.
I say you're very sultry today.
Yeah.
All right, and then
then,
we have a very special guest. He's back for his second time on Stand Up for News. Seth, the song doctor / joke doctor. Welcome back, Seth.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So, how's it been going, Seth? Let's
It's
get right to that.
Going great. Cannot complain.
I heard you guys had a movie. You guys were doing a movie at your house?
We did. We shot Amityville Crime Boss at my house.
I heard details about this. So, Joe, you were looking for a mansion. You and your movie buds?
Yes,
Why don't you
sir.
tell me what happened there?
Yeah, 10:30 at night, Joel Wynkoop calls me up, the king of B movies, and says, "Hey, I need a mansion for my movie." And I happen to be right here in front of James here. And he called Seth. 5 minutes later, I called Joel back, and hey, we got a mansion for your movie shoot. This guy's awesome, Seth. You're awesome for that, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Seth
I wanna
got
go
some
there.
mansion, huh?
I'll be working that night, but you guys are going to have a open mic party, a King of the Ring reboot, King of the Ring comedy tour reboot, a 1 unit type event, and that's going to be at your mansion.
Correct.
Is it a pool party? Because I know you have a
It
pool
is.
there, I heard.
Pool will be open. Hot tub will be open.
Hot
full
tub.
liquor bar.
Sweet. Now, do you have a bartender?
We can.
Because we know this young lady, and I just met her at my buddy's place called Cleveland Street Market. And this young lady is a catering bartender. She'll bartend private parties and everything. Read the card while you're there, Seth.
Sip with Liz. Mobile bartending service.
She's an amazing, beautiful, smart, funny young lady. She laughed at all my jokes, so I love her to death. And she's also interested in sponsoring Stand Up for News along with Cleveland Street Market, where my buddy Jamie McCormick has Top Notch there at his place. It's right down the street. You guys have all seen the place, right? We're going to do the Orlando Invasion there this summer. So this will be the 5th annual one. So if you're interested, boys, and we maybe can trade some ad time for some bartending, and we can put out a big tip jar for her, make her a lot of money.
Sounds
Who's
good to
planning
me.
on going to this party? Robin, you available the 28th?
No, let me take a look.
Let me see my schedule.
I actually think oh gosh, now I'm losing my.
She's folding socks that day.
It's too close to a school.
no, the comedy club in Evo, but not
she'll be
Funny
flying back
Bone.
up north by
The
then
one on
with
the
the other
side.
Robins.
The Commodore. I've
The
got to get at the
Commodore.
Commodore.
The 28th is a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And Ed Sheds is the award-winning Best of the Bay winner. They're going to be performing there.
Oh
Or is
no,
that- what do you-
just the non-Best of the Bay comedian Robin Savage will be
Oh.
performing there.
She's amazing, though. I heard her on Stand Up for News.
She's
All right.
awesome.
All right. So, yeah, I want to go, but I'll be working. How late do you think this will go? How many comics are signing up? We should make it known it's an open mic. And if we get a list and it goes late enough, I might be able to get out of work and get over there on time to be there and perform at your mansion.
Well, we got some musicians. I'm going to play some music first, and we got another musician, right?
Yes, sir.
Luke.
Possibly a third one. And then we can only do music till about 10, maybe 10:30.
Well, I don't do music.
And then we can do comedy
Except my slide
the rest
whistle.
of the night.
The joke of the day whistle. I can play that. I'm like the Jimi Hendrix of the slide whistle.
I'm coming to the party.
Yeah.
Can I
Awesome.
bring
Yeah.
bubbles for the hot tub? You ever put bubbles in a hot tub?
I have not.
5
Oh,
feet
yes.
later, you can't see each other. This isn't fun.
I'm
It's,
coming to
It
do
is
jokes
if you're
also.
ugly.
Is there a stripper pole at the
There is, I heard.
There is not a stripper pole.
Ah,
I'm out.
Were you planning
I
on
wanted to
stripping,
see
Kevin?
Kevin strip. Yeah. My other,
That's
Yeah,
why I
think
don't
we
have
can
a
set
stripper
that
pole.
up.
we have a musical artist. He's getting prepared out there. Nadra, right? Yeah, right. He's a friend of Alex Mesa, stand-up news correspondent, stand-up comedian. Alex invited him here, and that is our musical act today. So I want to introduce him now. So Seth, we got to give you a quick interview. And I love doing it about stand-up comedy because we're stand-up comics. We tell the news. We stand up for news. You know, this news is born without legs, can't stand up for itself. You know, so we stand up for the news. You know. All right. So where was your first mic when you did strictly stand-up? I know you did music first, right?
Yes.
And you performed in front of audiences and crowds of many sizes before comedy. When was strictly your comedy first time doing strictly comedy?
Comedy debut, I did a benefit for a guy whose house burned down with comedian Ginger Kelly.
Oh, she's
And
great.
it was at my venue where I hosted an open mic, and I asked if I could do a 5-minute set before the comedians, and she allowed me to do that, and just got bit by the comedy bug.
Yeah.
She is a gracious lady. She was in my first comedy troupe with CP Post, if you guys know her.
Oh, yes.
CP, shout out. And Ginger,
Shout out CP.
they've both been on and called in on the show.
Now Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline,
Oh, yeah,
back
she's
to
gone by
Caroline.
Caroline
Yeah,
now,
she's back
right?
to Caroline.
She's
Back
Caroline.
to Caroline. All right, sorry. Back to Caroline Post.
We like you too, Carol.
Tell Mr. Post I said hello. All right, and then so how did that set go?
It went better than I thought it was going to go. And so I did it again and again, and ended up, I think after that I went to Side Splitters for a mic, and now I produce and host roast battles, and that's kind of cool.
I've been to
Nice.
several of your shows. You've booked me, and I've been to your open mics. You've asked me to come, and you always come to mine. So we always come to yours and support and back in return, And then you supported my sponsor. We're going to support you. We're going to make a lot of people laugh on the 28th of this month, right?
Yes, sir.
Right there. And do you want to tell them where it's at and what time it'll be and everything now? And we'll talk about it again at the end of the show.
Sure thing. It's the address is 11910 Climbing Fern Avenue in Riverview. It's in Waterleaf. It's a little gated community. My pool is going to be open. I have a little nightclub in the house. We open that up with the lasers, and fog machines will be going, and be a good time. We open up the pocket doors right in the living room, so it'll be indoor, outdoor. It's all covered, so if it rains, we still go on.
Sounds like a
Right.
cocaine party.
It does very much sound like
Now
that.
here's the thought. My friend Jamie, who I met Liz through, the bartender, that we can probably work a little deal out. Maybe we can work out another little deal because he owns a food truck called Top Nosh, which now it has a food truck and brick and mortar at Cleveland Street Market, where we're going to do the Orlando Invasion. Is there a chance you're allowed to have a food truck there?
Absolutely. My last New Year's Eve party, I had 90 people, a food truck, a bartender, some waitresses.
Let's try to work a little thing out there, Jamie. Jamie used to be my GM and the first guy to let me bartend. I've been bartending 25 years now. I was his bar back for 4 years before he had me bartend. I was a bartender for him for 4 years. We're good buddies. Thank you for taking care of me tonight at Cleveland Street. You took half off my chicken nuggets, my kids' meal that I got. But he did. I did buy a beer, and he bought me a beer in return. So let's see. What is your not that one won't count, but what is your favorite place to perform stand-up comedy at, or if it's not in existence either? When was it? What was it? And where is it?
My favorite place was on the south side of Chicago, and it was called The Back Door. And yes,
Well, I'm talking about comedy.
Yeah.
Seth,
It was
let's
very,
get back on track.
it was a
We're
very
so
fun experience.
sure.
Yes.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Also, a place in Detroit,
That's where I'm from.
on
I'm from
8 Mile.
Michigan.
the Punchline.
Were you there with Nathan?
No, I was
No?
up there just messing around.
He took some Florida comics up there. Nathan Gilardi did. He's been on our show, sponsored our show for a while too. Shout out to Nathan. Call me Bud. So Chicago is where I got born. Clearly, I'm from the streets. Obviously, y'all know that. I was
Yeah.
born on the streets. I was technically born on a playground on the streets in Chicago.
I was
a
conceived
seesaw.
on one. Yes.
I was a seesaw section baby. Nice to meet you,
Seesaw
Dad.
section.
Finally, my real dad.
Yeah.
The ghost of my real dad. Oh yeah. I was. My parents were swingers. Explains everything, Seth. My balls are from the streets too, Seth. Did you know that?
I did not.
You did too, because you heard me tell this joke 100 times.
I'm pretending.
You're probably wondering what street my balls are from right about now, right, Seth?
No.
Well, it's actually cul-de-sac. It's cul-de-sac. Avery hasn't heard that one yet, so I thought I'd throw it out there. All right, so which one was your favorite between the two that you mentioned, and why, and how many people were there, and tell me how lit up the place was, and then I want you to pop me off with a joke that you closed with.
Yay.
Oh no. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got to be cleaner on the radio.
Well, you
what I liked about
just
it
don't
was
swear.
I was clearly the only white person in the building.
Detroit, right?
Yep.
Yo.
And I
No.
was the show started 2 hours late, which is right on time for 8 Mile, and I was made fun of by all the other comics before I got on. And,
Why?
I don't know.
It's
And
'cause
I was
you're a
drinking the whole time, and I just
bald
threw my
and
whole set
white,
out the
you wear
window,
glasses.
and I just roasted everybody, every comedian before me,
Hell
and
yeah.
they ate it up like
Oh, wow.
it was-
Like
it was a
Steve
good time.
Harvey. I ain't scared of you. Oh, no, that was Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of y'all.
That's what y'all do when you have one shot, one chance.
That's it.
One opportunity.
Once
Did
in
you
a
have any
lifetime.
spaghetti while you were there?
Mom's spaghetti.
Well,
Hey, did you drop the
now,
mic after?
And I went to a Detroit after party when I was underage. And I'm biracial, by the way. You can't see I'm biracial, but I was the only white person there as well. So
They said I was alarmingly comfortable.
I identify as a black guy. I've told you that before. I did my 23andMe.
Seth grew up 88 miles from 8 Mile.
They said that my DNA said I was 7.1% African descent. That's 1% per inch. That 0.1 means a lot to us, to at least to the white side of me. So we're going to start standing up for the news. We're going to get to current news, you guys, because the news can't stand up for itself. It was born in a wheelchair, born without legs, so he calls us at Stand Up for News right here at 727-441-3000. We will have a man on the street, Scott Patrick, calling in, our correspondent on the streets. We will have hopefully Christopher Wright, and hopefully, who else is
Is
missing right
Captain
now?
Jim?
No,
calling
no,
in?
the other one that we're missing. Oh, yeah, Alex Mesa, our
Oh,
new
Alex,
correspondent.
yeah.
I'm sorry, that brought us our musical artist tonight. All right, so prostitute falls into a subway line and gets electrocuted in New York City. When New York City's correspondent, Stand Up for News correspondent, arrived on duty, blah, blah, blah. Can I start over? Jesus,
Sure.
help me.
please do. Yeah.
Okay. New York City, in a subway, a prostitute falls into the subway and gets electrocuted by the subway line. When Stand Up for News correspondent James Esterline, got on the site and asked the prostitute what happened, how she felt when she fell into the subway and got electrocuted, she said she was horrified.
Horrified.
Over to you, Robin Savage, with breaking news.
Candace Cameron Bure recently said she doesn't approve of scary movies being shown in her house. She says she's worried about the TV being used as a demonic portal. She added she doesn't want her full house to be turned into a ghoul house. She was DJ
Brandy Joy, welcome back. Your performance at Jimmy's at the last King of the Ring, 1 Unit King of the Ring comedy tour was amazing. It was skillful. It was very, very professional. You should be on Jimmy Kimmel. You should be on. You should be on Comedy Central. You should be on. You should have your own Netflix special.
You
I'm
know
serious.
what?
It was
Being on the
masterful.
radio is satisfying.
Doesn't matter if there was 20 people there. You had them all laughing when you told them to laugh. Basically, when you commanded it, you had them in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, it was a good show.
But did you bring
That's
some news to
awesome.
stand up for?
Do
Make us
I?
laugh here.
Did I?
This
Well,
group
I
of
mean-
6 people.
It doesn't have legs. Someone got to stand up for it, right?
You
All
guys
right.
are
In a wheelchair.
So Cher, who's actually one of my guilty pleasures. I love Cher. I
well,
do.
Share will you please?
Yes. So she did a social media post promoting these new pants, the Aerolina Palazzo pants. And on that post, she said they're down to just $18 and they give you a beautiful backside. Now, if I can turn back time and remind you all that Cher is probably the last person to be able to say the word booty full. Like what you see on the front is what you see on the back.
What?
Like Cher and booty
What
is
are
an
they called again?
oxymoron.
What are they called?
They're called Aerolina Palazzo.
Yeah, I'm not
pants.
wearing pants I can't spell. First of all,
I think she's like almost 80 years old.
Oh,
Like,
I
she's
love
still-
Cher.
I do too. Yeah.
My husband
She's still
recently
got it
just took
going on.
me to a Cher whole Broadway thing, and it was very not awesome. But Cher was she's amazing. She wasn't
shared
there.
quite a bit in that one video on the aircraft carrier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If I could
Shared.
turn back time.
She had her tushy showing.
I loved it. We all loved
Mom.
it. We all
Watch
loved
your mouth
it.
on my show. All right, Seth, the joke doctor / song doctor, fire away with some news.
Lots of rioter news. Apple, the Apple store was looted. A bunch of iPhones were taken, and Apple issued a warning to the looters to return the phones or else they'll exclude them from group chats like they were Android users.
That's good.
Ah, man.
That's good.
This show is going to be a riot, I tell you what. Back from the dead. He almost died twice. He's back from his illnesses. Kevin A. Holly, what do you
What's
got
up?
for me, bud?
So the Boston.
Thanks for dressing up, by the
Oh,
way.
you're welcome. Yeah. The Boston Red Sox had their Pride Night celebration at Fenway Park before the game last night, treating fans to a drag show before the ceremonial first pitch. The fans interviewed after the game said it was just a usual Boston crowd. It was like any other game. Same gay fans, same gay team.
Go Rays.
You know, whenever I watch the Bostons and the Yankees play, I sincerely hope they both lose.
Like maybe
Go
some
Rays.
terrorist attack will happen right there. Which stadium do
good.
you hate more, too? Do you go with Fenway? Oh, man. I used to bartend for those boys back at the Vinoy. All the teams that played the Rays stayed at the Vinoy. The Yankees stopped staying there because the fans bothered them too much. The agents had told us, you know. So, but the Boston Red Sox fans, I've taken care of Big Papi. I've taken care of Ortiz. Who's the guy with a weird stance? Remember him? Euclid.
Oh, yeah.
I think
All
you're
the
thinking
guys-
of Kevin Euclid.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Euclid. You look. Koalas like to eat his name, whatever it is. Eucalyptus leaves. So those guys are all awesome gentlemen. And shout out Yankees, not so much, you guys. So Beach Boys, Brian Wilson dies yesterday. You guys, you hear about that? Pretty sad, you guys. I guess his song, I just wasn't made for these times, was him telling us about now. Because he's dead. It was made for the times yesterday.
I also have a
Kevin, laugh into the microphone, please.
I also have
It's right
an
there.
equally untasteful Brian Wilson joke.
Oh, good.
Brian Wilson of Beach Boys fame died. He went from singing about good vibrations to now giving off no vibrations.
Oh, come on.
Poor
Wow,
Brian.
like you took it out of my stack here, Mom. Darkest thing Robin has ever said on this show.
I've been hanging out with you too long, James.
Apparently.
All right.
All right, Brandy Joy, what do you have? Anything about Brian Wilson?
I don't.
She
Sorry.
doesn't know who that
I
is.
don't. I do. He gets around.
Hey!
Oh yeah. I read
Just
the
like
news also.
Brandy Joy. Gets
No, I
around,
got
gets around.
Back in
Well,
the day.
welcome to the show, Brandy.
Those were the days. All right. So, disc golfer's game is interrupted after a shark falls from the sky onto the course.
What?
Yeah. I was wondering what that would be called, but it ends up being that it was a hammerhead shark that fell from the grasp of an osprey. So
Ah.
it's a birdie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm give you the first joke of the day whistle, Brandy. Good job, Mom.
Thank you.
Now you got a lot to follow there, bud. Go ahead, Seth. Fire when ready.
More rioter news. Michael Jordan's flagship store was looted for a hefty sum, claiming losses of over $200,000 in Air Jordans, while City Trends next door lost their entire inventory, or $67.21.
Okay, I'll give you one. Everybody's
Give it
looking
to
at
him.
me.
Come on, that was good. That was good.
I was looking for my next joke. I got to top that one. All right, go ahead, Kevin Holly.
All right. Looters steal electronics to feed their families in the most recent No Kings peaceful protests across the country. But many urban moms are confused now because they've been calling their baby daddies king for years. You my queen, baby, and you my king, baby. No kings, man. It's so confusing. I don't get it, you know? No kings.
Checkmate.
Thank you.
You ever play chess?
Yes.
You ever played chess in Australia?
No.
It's way harder, man.
Why?
Because I played that there once, and I was like, check. And then the guy was like, checkmate. I was like, wait a minute, I can still go here. I was like, checkmate. But I can go here still. Checkmate. I'll go here though. He's like, is that your final movie? He's like, yeah. I said, yeah. He's like, checkmate, mate. This game's so confusing.
You had to wait for
Never
the double
played.
mate.
Harvey Weinstein, you guys
Right.
like to be. You guys look like a positive bunch. Avery's a positive guy. You guys don't seem like you ever whine or bitch. You guys know the difference though between whining and bitching?
What?
Nobody ever offers me any cheese with my bitch. Just my wine. They're like, I see you got your wine. You want some cheese with your wine? Well, Harvey Weinstein, speaking of which, is convicted. You guys today, or yesterday, last night? Yes. So you guys know the difference between Harvey Weinsteining and Harvey bitchsteining?
What?
Nobody ever offers me any cheese with my Harvey bitchsteining. Only with my Harvey Weinsteining. They'll be doing a whole lot of both in prison. All right, over to Joe. What do you got to say, Joe?
Nothing to say.
All right, over to Bob.
Okay, a JetBlue flight makes a bad landing in Boston Logan's Airport, and they went off the runway and into the grass. This caused a whole plane of Bostonians to say, "We parked the aircraft in the yard."
Speaking of Boston.
I love the accent. I actually, speaking of accents, where am I? Where is it at? Because, I would like one of y'all to give this a shot. But it says, speaking of protest, there's some protests going on in LA. I'm not sure if y'all know about that, but Arnold Schwarzenegger.
She hits it with a hard R every
guys,
time.
I know, my bad. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
On purpose. See if James will call her out. Say it again.
Arnold Schwarzenegger mocks. I'm not getting beeped, am I?
No one else in this room is allowed to say it the way you do. That's all I'm saying. Except me, because I identify as black.
Identify. And, you're from Chicago or Detroit. He's
I
from Detroit.
was, 6.75% African descent, 1%
All right, so
per inch.
It says with protest, LA's Arnold Schwarzenegger mocks politicians. First off, for Arnold Schwarzenegger to mock anybody is what he said. What it says is he mocks politicians for being surprised voters are using middle finger.
What?
With protest. So I guess he's just saying, I don't know, whatever's going on. Someone's blaming whoever, but I just cracked up. I said Arnold Schwarzenegger mocks somebody. Arnold. Using our middle finger. Can someone do using our middle finger like Arnold? You can do a better one. Using our middle finger.
How big do you think Arnold's middle finger is? The rest of his muscles are pretty big, right? Just curious. All right, over to Seth.
This is my favorite one. Air India flight this morning bound for London crashed, killing all 200 plus people on board.
Uh-huh.
In other news, 7-Eleven in London is looking to fill 200 franchisee spots. Too soon?
Too soon. No, it's never too soon.
Oh.
We used to celebrate 9/11. Now we're celebrating 7/11.
Yeah.
Over to Kevin Holly.
Oh, all right,
Hey,
so-
Kevin A. Holly.
AI chatbots need more books to learn from. Have you guys heard this?
Huh.
AI chatbots need more books to learn from. These libraries are opening their stacks of books. Harvard University, Berkeley, Columbia. So it looks like Chat LGBT is going to be as gay as those Red Sox fans.
You think they could learn from a book of matches? I got a match for them. My face and their butt. Oh wait, their butt and my face. My bad. All right. During these crazy riots, protests, demonstrators, etc., the mayor of LA, Karen Bass, spoke about the protests. You guys, you know what Karen Bass had to say? Take me to the river. I want to speak to a manager. Karen Bass. Unquote. Glad you like that, Mom.
I did. President Trump was caught on camera falling up the stairs in Air Force One when compared to Biden's tumble during the falling up the stairs on his place. Trump responded, Biden couldn't fall as good as this is my terrible Trump impression.
Come on,
Biden
man.
couldn't fall as good as me. I'm the best tripper ever. I even got a call from Hollywood asking me to reboot Jack Tripper from Three's Company. No one can trip like me.
Somebody knock on my
Nobody knows how to
door.
fall up steps better than me. I know everything there is to know about falling up steps.
Because this company is hers and his Three's Company.
That impersonation was better than my Arnold. So.
I think it was hot.
No, I think you got me on that. All right, I'll go next. All right,
You
so
do, Mom.
national park officials are forced to take drastic action in response to 400-pound grizzly bears' increasingly bold behavior. Let's talk about protests now, right? They say it's unfortunate. We go to great lengths to protect bears and prevent them from becoming conditioned human food. But occasionally, a bear outsmarts us or overcomes our defenses. When that happens, we sometimes have to remove the bear from the population.
What?
Again, this is talking about bears, not what's going on in California. You should check out the new Third Rock that they have at the visitor center.
Amazing.
Third Reich? What?
The new throw rug.
Oh, I thought she said Third
Oh, I
Bears
thought you
are
said
throwing
30 Rock.
sig
I thought she said Third Reich.
No, throw rug, because the bear, they kill the bears, throw all right.
Sorry, I heard 30 Rock. I was like, I'll go to 30 Rock.
Seth, you got one more for us?
I got a couple more, yeah. In the P. Diddy freak-off trial, Leonardo DiCaprio's name was mentioned. And in his defense, Epstein Island has been closed for quite a while.
Oh, that's too bad. That's unfortunate. You know, we all want it to be open. It's a vacation spot. You know, I got one more. Can I do one more?
course.
Why not? Let's go. Elon Musk walks back his comments about Trump. Whew. Wow, shocking. In other news, setting police cars on fire is a peaceful protest.
I set a parakeet on fire in my car. It was a Firebird and a Firebird in protest of I only had one stone and one match, 2 birds. I had to go with the match, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In New York, the leaders of a sex-focused women's wellness company promoting orgasmic meditation, okay, has been convicted of federal forced labor charges. Makes sense to me, right? Nicole Daydon of One Taste Inc. has been found guilty for facing 20 years in prison, you guys, for this. One taste of this, and I'll give you 18 years of after labor of child support. Dude, when you have something called women's wellness company promote orgasmic meditation, and you don't think you're going to go into labor later, that's crazy, right, Mom?
I
How
know
many
that
kids
was
you
like
got?
a fancy word for master. Am I allowed to say the masterbation word?
The URB.
Masturbation?
Did I spell it wrong? Yeah. I
Yes,
thought that
you
was just a
spelled it
fancy
wrong.
way of saying masturbation. Women's orgasmic meditation
M-A-S-T-E-R.
something.
Yeah.
P-A-Y-S-H-U-N.
I'm still learning the rules of radio.
Spelling's not that hard.
FCC regulations.
Over to you, Robin.
Okay, budget airlines in Europe are planning on removing their economy seats for standing seats that are shaped like a saddle. They're swapping out the old motto of "Fly the friendly skies" to "Wander over here and cop a squat there, cowpoke." I mean, I think like riding the airlines is already a terrible experience. Like having a stand is just going to make it worse, really.
I think we're going to take a moment to bring in our musical act. Are you ready, Nadra? Nadra, are you ready? Am I saying it right? Come on in, bud. I want to bring him in. We'll take a break, and then we'll do history with Robin Savage. We'll do a game show we got called a strip care or a day club.
Yes.
We'll figure it out together. But this young artist is going to come on in and play a song for us.
Oh, this guy looks cool.
He
Oh
is
my
cool,
gosh.
man. He's from Cuba. His name is Nadra, correct? Yeah. Okay, here's a microphone.
You
for
dropped your bag of Coke.
Oh.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, his bag of Coke. Oh, thought you were talking to me. I did buy a 2-liter and put it in a bag before I got here.
Nice.
So, where are you from? Cuba? Or you, well, what?
Where can I plug this in?
What do I look like? The engineer or something? I'm a
Where can I plug
comedian.
this in?
I couldn't. I know where you can plug it
He's
in, but I
trying to
shouldn't
find
say it on
it.
the radio, Nader.
Oh, you
We'll figure that out for you.
Can I go in those things? I don't know.
Oh.
You got to bring an amp or something?
So your name's Nader? What's your name again?
Nadra.
With a hard R.
Nadra.
Nadra.
Nidra. Yeah. NIDRA.
DRA.
The
So we can
artist
find you on
known as Nidra.
Instagram.
Yes, you can find my music on Spotify and Instagram. You can find some of my reels, and I have some videos on YouTube. Everything else under Nidra, but instead of an I and an A is a 1 and a 4. So N1DR4.
And one DR4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
usually brings his amp with him, and if you didn't bring one, do you have one in the car?
Yeah. Well, no,
frig.
they didn't
Let's
tell
see
me
if
about the amp.
Yeah, you got to bring your own amp. BYOA.
If you put the neck of the guitar up against the wall, it amplifies it.
Is that true, Kevin?
Yeah, I know.
swear
I
it's
know.
true, yeah.
It will be
Really?
very, very weak.
All right, well,
It's my first day.
Put your mic by his guitar.
All right, we're gonna do this. Nader's gonna play this. Nader's gonna play a song.
Or if you have an acoustic guitar around.
I gave it to Chris. He gave me his amp. It's at home. I should
We
have
can
brought
hear
it.
it. This will be cool. It'll be raw.
Wow, that'll be interesting.
I
Let's
got
see what we
one.
can do.
When did you write this?
you look
what,
really
the original
snazzy
song?
today,
These are
by the
original.
way.
I only do original songs. This one is called. I have to be honest. This one doesn't have a name. I think I just name it Babe or something like that. Or no, wait. I name it
We'll name it for
Nena.
you.
Yeah.
So
We'll call it.
it's Nena.
Don't come get me tonight, Ice. I know you're out there listening to the show. I'm not. So yeah, how do you feel about that stuff, the riots and all that? You know, you're not. You're not
What?
illegal.
yeah, well,
dang.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry,
I know. I know
You
have
use
problems
stage
with that.
name.
I'm sorry, but he's like,
I
I'm
don't want
from
anyone
Cuba.
to be confused. He's from Cuba.
Yeah, for Cuba. No problem with anything legal. But
Cool.
yeah,
cool.
it's very very
insane.
sad. Yeah, it's very
You're already
sad.
here. It's like playing. To me, it's like you got home base. My personal opinion.
I like this. I think it'll be cool to hear it without the amp. You know.
Yeah, if you send all the people that are here now back, they're gonna come back anyway. They've been doing that for a century now.
Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Break the cycle. This song is called Babe or something like that.
Can I really call you my shorty? Yeah, you got me spinning like crazy. Can you hold me really tight, mommy? 'Cause without you, I feel like dying. Well, I've never been in love. I swear, I'm too busy for the stuff. My bad, but I'm thinking about you, girl, all day. Y nada me para los pies, voy a verte. There's something about you, honey. Feeling like I'm falling. No sé cómo puedo evitarlo, puedo lograrlo. I'm dreaming about you lately. Maybe I'm too crazy, pero no lo puedo negar. Estoy loco for you, and it's not just poco. Flowers in my mind when I look your eyes, I go loco. Oh, you, and it's not just poco. Usually, I have my guitar. Necesidad de cuento de hadas me puedes contar. Quisiste que ando lelo. Breathing is hard when you go away. I want you to stay with me. I'm so happy when you're smiling. Vivo por ti. I cannot believe that you love me. Te envidian hasta las rosas. Something about you, honey. Feeling like I'm falling. No sé cómo puedo evitarlo, puedo lograrlo. I'm dreaming about you lately. Maybe I'm too crazy, pero no lo puedo negar. Estoy loco for you, and it's not just poco. Flowers in my mind when I look your eyes, I go loco for you, and it's not just poco. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Well,
will you join us
catchy.
tonight? We have an open mic we're all going to join, and it's at Strange Clouds on 66 in Umberton, I believe is the one.
Oh yeah. I heard about
Professor
it.
Jay
Yeah, go on.
Events. My co-host plays guitar. The artist known as Christopher Wright.
Yeah, I know him too. Yeah,
Cool. Will you come with us?
Oh, well, I'll
You were
go there,
amazing.
of course.
So were you okay? Where are you from originally? Your family? Where were you born?
I was born in Cuba.
You were born in Cuba?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was born in Cuba, and I just came to the U.S. like 2 years ago.
Did you float over on
Following.
a tire? I have to know. I have to know.
Guitar case.
Thanks
fool.
God, no. Thanks God, I
He
was
gets
one of
tired
the
of that
blessed one that
question.
didn't have to do that. But usually, yes, there are a lot of people that do crazy stuff to get out of that country.
Climbed inside of a guitar case and played it all the way here, man.
You know, it's a comedy show. You know what they say? What do you call four Cubans floating on a tire? Cuatro Cinco. Thank you. Thank you.
With a guitar. I love that. I love that Nature's laugh.
And that was really good.
That was
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Your
Well,
voice was soulful.
Thank you.
I felt the emotion in it.
Oh, thank you. I do everything by myself. I came here following my dreams to become a great artist. In my country, it was doing very good, but we have I started having problems with the government. That's kind of
It
stuff.
would be a shame for you
Gosh
to get
darn
deported.
government.
You know, like that would be terrible.
I'm an anarchist.
Yeah, no, if they took you away, like that, I would protest. I'm not going to protest, but I would protest for that.
We'll be like,
Keep it here.
No.
dreaming about you late.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're not going to get away. We're going to talk about more things when we plug things. After we cover everything, we do a segment called "We Covered Everything But Plugs." So when we get to that, we'll talk about more about that. And then, so Robin, it's time for laughs from the past, history, and jokes. I mean, news.
Okay, so we're going to do laughs from the past. We look at this day in history or this week in history and find some funny things. I can kick it off I know Kevin has at least one. So this day in history, June 12th, 1967, the Supreme Court rules that states cannot ban interracial marriages. Yeah, bigots everywhere vowed not to participate in weddings that their family really didn't want them to attend in the first place. So that's good stuff. Brandy, do you have any history laughs from the past?
I do. All right. Notable events this week. 1928. It says Charles Kingsford Smith completes the world's first trans-Pacific flight. Yes, it was initially an Atlantic flight, but it got the procedure done. So
Because it was trans-Pacific. Very good. Very good. All right, Seth, do you have any blast from the past history?
I do. I got a couple of them.
Okay.
On this day, June 12th, 1665, the Dutch colony of New Amsterdam officially became New York.
Oh.
It's also the last day that it was not predominantly Italian.
I'm Italian over here.
Yeah, I'm walking over here.
I'm New Amsterdam over here.
All righty, Kevin Holly,
Oh,
do
Kevin.
you have any history jokes?
I got one. Today in history, Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines began erupting for the first time in 600 years.
Oh, wow.
Also today in 2025, Mauna Kea in Hawaii began erupting, shooting lava 300 feet into the sky. Both volcanoes combined do not equal the amount of fire from these weeks of peaceful protests in LA.
On this day in 1929, Anne Frank was born, you guys. Yeah,
I don't believe you.
it's true. But also, here's something better than that. Then, on this day, a couple years back, Pulse happened. The Pulse massacre, the worst
Oh, yeah.
LGBTQ
terrible.
horrible shootout. Pulse happened, leaving 49 people without one.
Oh, that's a great joke, you guys.
That's
a good joke.
Okay. Okay.
That's my history and news. What do you got? Anything else?
I've got a couple more history jokes. Al Capone, this was June 12th, 1931. We have to listen to the numbers on this one so I don't get an FCC violation. So Al Capone and 68 of his henchmen were indicted for violating probation laws. They were the first group to use the phrase "wine me, dine me, 69 me, and then take me to jail." Because if it was him in 68, that equals 69. It's a math joke, FCC. It's a math joke. Brandy, did you have another one?
I do. All right, so we know it's called John Hancock's signature, right?
Yeah.
Well, May 24th, 1775, John Hancock is elected president of the Second Continental Congress. Did you know Hancock is not only known because his large signature
Mhm.
on the Declaration of Independence, it's not just known for that large signature of his.
Did you say declaration?
I said declaration. You know, I speak quickly. I also have a gap in my teeth, so there's, some words come out word wrong.
Our darn declaration.
So not only did he have the largest signature on the Declaration of Independence, but he was the third Hancock in his family. And I bet his Hancock was bigger than his dad's, who was Hancock Jr.
Where are you on? Molly, when you wrote that?
Was I
All right,
still?
On this day in 1849, the gas mask was patented, making it possible for millions of women to sleep next to their husbands.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, here you go. All right, I'm gonna skip right over to me. The cause of the fire on Dolphin Beach in St. Pete. Did you guys hear about that? They found out the cause of the dolphin fire was electric. The dolphin had this to say, and the fire had this to say, "Oogie boogie woogie woogie." It's electric. You know, she said, "Oogie woogie woogie." All right, over to you, Robin.
Okay, are these just
Whatever you want.
recent jokes? Okay.
Current news.
Current
Or
news.
Do you have more history? Or,
They're mid at best.
where's Scott? He didn't call yet.
A new study.
Producer's not in there.
Yeah, I get.
It's like the principal left the office.
Maybe he's just calling, and there's no one there to answer the phone. Poor Scott. Okay, so a new study shows that using a probiotic on the reefs in the Caribbean helps preserve them. Jamie Lee Curtis was excited to introduce the reefs to Activia yogurt. She likes probiotics.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
No, this is still a history joke. So, in 1560, Ali Nea Mori, who was a Japanese warrior, was killed trying to protect Imagawa Yoshimito during a surprise attack. Now, right underneath that, it said, same year, 1560, Imagawa Yoshimito, the Japanese person, was killed in a surprise attack. So I don't think that Naomi Mori succeeded. I probably have to read that twice,
Really
but it was funny. They both died. That's not the funny part. But all right,
Enlighten me what the funny part is, Brandy.
Name more.
I don't want you to waste your breath.
This person was killed trying to protect this other guy. And right underneath it said, hey, by the way, this other guy died. So it didn't work.
Didn't
all right,
work.
They're not all bangers, everybody. They can't all be bangers. That's my one for the duration
St.
of the
Pete,
show.
Mom, hear this. St. Pete is to stop adding fluoride to their city water sooner than the statewide mandate ban of fluoride in our water. Florida was asked what he felt about this, and it said, that's low, that's low, that's low, getting low, that's low, that's low.
To the fluoride!
To the fluoride!
So, James, you know the Mexican rioters.
There is sweat and
Mexican
fluoride
rioters
dripping down my cul-de-sac, bud. What's up? It's your turn.
The Mexican
Skipped you. I'm
rioters
sorry.
claim they are misunderstood. They were making margaritas and ran out of ice.
That was good. All right. Can I go? I got one more. Atlanta rapper. This is breaking news, by the way. This happened today. Atlanta rapper Silento. He got 30 years after pleading guilty to killing his cousin. Oh no, not Silento. Silento. He's innocent. His cousin was too loudo. Silento should have been more Silento in Corto. You know? Let's all have a moment of silence for Silento. You know, the poor guy.
Poor Silento.
Someone with silence, you know? Just do what the hell that works. It means you don't talk during a moment of it.
Well, you got time.
Can we stop talking for Silento? All right.
I don't think he died. No, he didn't
My
die.
turn.
He didn't die. We're being quiet for Silento.
Oh, shit. Shoot. He didn't
Now we
die.
got to be loud for Silento. What's the opposite?
Greta Thunberg, you guys, has been put on a plane to France, deported from Israel. That's crazy. It's unbelievable. It's been deported from Israel for denouncing Israel and supporting the Palestine. And Greta Thunberg, I might add, is turning into such a handsome woman. Israel, more like is unreal. Israel, more like is. Oh wait, more Israel, more like is poppycock. It's that unbelievable.
How dare you?
Israel, I can do it like a redneck. Israel, more like is hogwash. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's not real at all. It's like SpongeBob says. Israel, more like is imagination. Or do you want me to do
It's
Patrick?
beautiful.
Israel, more like is a load of barnacles. We got more where that came from, Kevin. All right, you want me to do Mike Tyson or Michael Jackson?
Tyson.
Israel. More like it's ludicrous. You want me to do Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Israel, more like it's Never Neverland. All right, that's all for that story. Over to Robin Savage.
Okay, plans are underway for a military parade in D.C. on June 14, 2025. Trump claims it's for the 250th anniversary of the Army, but others speculate that it's on the same day as Trump's birthday. When asked what plans Trump has during the parade, he says he is planning on a cake, candles, and the Army's favorite flavor. Silly.
Brandi.
That's all I have for current news.
Brandi Joey. Oh, okay. Well,
That's all I have for current news.
Trump voids a bill to make cars in California electric only. You guys, Electric had this to say about it. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie.
It's electric.
It's electric. It's not anymore, though. Boogie, woogie. What about you, Seth?
Sunday is Father's Day, and Nick Cannon sold a pair of
Thanks
his
for
shoes.
reminding me.
Yeah, he sold a pair of his shoes to take a satellite photo with all 12 of his kids.
Get ready to not get any presents.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
I was thinking Nick Jonas. I was like, he has how many kids? But Nick Carter. Okay.
Did they both
Oh,
die?
Nick
Carter's
Cannon.
dead.
Yeah, they both died.
Oh, Mom's talking about dead people.
Wow, they yeah.
Nick
Let's
Carter.
talk about my dad while we're at it, since it's
Nick
Father's
Carter.
Day. Thanks for bringing it up, Seth.
Speaking
Boogie,
of
woogie,
dads,
woogie.
the world's oldest restaurant faces a challenge
I
from
saw that.
another Madrid tavern that says that it's even older. But no worries, both places will probably burn down in Saturday's No Kings peaceful protests.
Boogie, woogie, woogie. It'll be considered an electric fire, like the one that the dolphin was talking about. It's like, what happened?
I got a
Boogie,
game.
boogie, boogie.
We only got a few minutes left. I got a game.
Oh,
Do you want to do it?
better do the game,
Do you want
and
to?
then we'll do everything but plugs.
Everything but.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, game it up.
Are you sure?
Why wouldn't I be?
Will you introduce it?
Oh, well, this show is, this segment, it's a little game segment with Kevin A. Holly called Strip
Care.
or Day Clubs. You got to guess if it's a strip club or a daycare center, basically.
Yeah, so I'm going to say the name of a strip club or a daycare, and I want you guys to say your name, and then whoever I hear first, I'll ask you to answer it, okay?
Robin.
All right. All right, the first strip club or daycare is called The Playroom.
Seth.
Oh, that
Seth, sorry. Seth,
Strip club.
Seth is correct.
He's
The
going to get
Playroom
all
is
these
a
right.
strip club.
He's
Are
not
you
allowed
looking
to
at-
half of them. The other one, he's a PIP.
That's in Alabama. All right, the next one, strip club or daycare, is called The Playground.
Robin.
Robin.
Daycare.
Sorry, The Playground is actually a strip club in Florida. All right, next one, strip club or daycare. We got Candyland.
Seth.
Seth, go ahead.
Daycare.
Seth says daycare. No, the Candyland is actually a strip club, also in Florida. All right, strip club or daycare. Real fast, we're gonna rapid fire this. We got the Fun Factory.
Brandy.
Brandy.
I'm gonna say strip club because you don't look like you have any kids. And that looks like a daycare.
I've got 2 daughters.
It looks like you shouldn't have any kids, you mean?
The Fun Factory is actually a daycare.
Daycare? Oh,
Also in Florida. Yeah.
Oh, I've taken my kids to a place called Fun Factory in Iowa.
Oh, I'm sure.
Strip club or daycare?
Brandy over 21.
Mom?
No, and it's like a Chuck E. Cheese, but
Little bit of
without like
both.
pizza.
Yeah.
For adults.
Or clothes?
I'm not allowed within 500 feet of a Chuck E. Cheese.
I didn't
All right,
have
moving
no
right
money,
along.
so I owe
Moving
her.
right
All right, last one, we've got Playtime Paradise.
Gotta be a strip club.
Jimmy
I didn't hear your name, Seth.
Seth.
Seth, go ahead.
Gotta be a strip club.
Strip
Did
club.
tell him his name.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a daycare, also in Florida. Yeah.
You're 6, Seth.
We got a few more. I've got Playful
Tell them about Lollipop Nursery.
Yeah, Playful Pals, Caring Hands, and Little Explorers. All three of those. Somebody guess?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Brandy.
Brandy.
Strip club.
No, they're all daycares. What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh. Thank you for playing, everybody. Robin's the big winner.
Remember the practice round we did?
Oh my
Yeah, we
God.
did.
He's like, Lollipop something. I'm like,
Yeah.
I went to Lollipop Nursery, so I'm going nursery. It's a daycare.
No, it's a strip club.
Oh, it's
In
a strip
Hudson,
club.
Florida.
All them babies
It's
end
actually
up
a
working
daycare
at
I
the
went
strip
to as a
club.
Yeah, you know, Brandy. You know
Well,
what I'm
guys,
talking about.
we've come to
Baby
that part of the
dolls.
show where we've covered everything but plugs. So we're going to do a little butt plug action, starting with Joe. Joe, you're butt plugging it. You're our sponsor. What do you want to butt plug first?
We're going to butt plug stand up for nuts. I'm sorry.
For nuts.
One unit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, one unit, King of the Ring comedy tournament reboot. It's going to be the first show is a mansion party, mansion throwdown.
Address, Seth.
11910 Climbing Fern Avenue, Riverview.
9 o'clock, the 28th of June this month, you guys, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
be there or be square.
I'm going to be square. 'cause
Bring
I'm
your bathing
busy.
suits.
Climbing
And
Fern
bring them
seems like that
bathing
might be a strip
suits.
club as well too. That's a real good strip club name.
You
Don't
do reach
forget-
out to us if you want to sign up for the open mic too. Can they reach out to us if they want to like sign up ahead of time?
Absolutely. Hit
For
up
the open
anybody
mic?
on Stand Up for News or One Unit,
Yeah,
and we
please
will
do.
sign you up. And then I'd like to say, Sip with Liz, you guys contact Sip with Liz,
Syphilis?
Sip with Liz at Sip with Liz with a W. Okay. And she's a bartender. She can cater any of our, we're going to have her cater ours, I hope. And then, so we're going to butt plug Brewlands Bar and Billiards in the ICOS Center in Clearwater on number 10 and US 19 where I work. Come by.
Yeah, what a good
We've
time
got
that is.
awesome deals, you guys. Awesome deals. I'll take care of you.
Pristine
Come
pool
by.
hall.
And then
Pristine.
you want to butt plug Kenwood? The singing
Butt plug
bartender at
Kenwood.
Kenwood.
Or-
Go ahead, butt plug
Katie,
it.
right? It's on 28th. What do you got at butt plug, Mom? Go ahead. You look
yeah.
antsy.
This
I got a whole bunch here.
this Wednesday, I'm going to be at Potion Portal on the 18th with all of our good friend Jeff Waite. He's got a comedy at like this little arcade, so I'll be there on the 18th. Potion Portal.
Yeah, Potion Portal's awesome, man. I love the
Yeah.
Potion Portal.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Hi,
They got-
PJ.
yeah.
Hi, PJ.
Hey, what up,
I performed
buddy?
with Brandy there before.
Yeah, yeah. They got these. They used to have these dollar Natter Day shots. So you shotgun.
Oh,
in
I
the back.
remember you made me do
And-
that.
and
I made
free
a lot of
Friday.
people do that. If you've been in the Potion Portal with me, I've made you shotgun a Natter Day shot.
And they have the
Kevin,
old school
you got any-
pinballs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
yeah.
Friday every month, everything's free. Free Friday, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Really?
sweet.
Well,
That's
fun
on
games,
28th
games.
near 22nd Ave North.
Yeah, 23rd
St. Pete,
Ave,
Florida.
28th Street.
Kevin, you got some butt plugs to plug?
I got a bunch, man. I'm so blessed. Thursday through Saturday, 19th, 20th, and 21st, I'm at Snappers. Sunday, the 22nd, I'll be at Clearwater Comedy Club. Snappers 7-1 and 7-2, my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Good job getting born.
Thank you. Yeah, good. Give it up to my mom. Good birthday.
Ooh, everyone
I
did.
already did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Randy was there.
I'll be at Sunshine City Comedy Club July 18th and 19th. I'll be at the Mutiny in Ocala on the 18th. I'll be back at Snappers on August 31st. And then I'll be this is so cool. I know it's a bit out, but October 11th in Inglis, Florida, the MAM Festival. It's like a weekend-long festival, and it's a charity event supporting like a anti-bullying.
My aunt used to bully me.
I
They
was
gonna have a
so
mosh
bullied.
pit
I'm
there?
glad she died.
No, there's wrestling. I'm glad she died too.
Sorry, cousin Jenny. You guys, Kimmy's Conquest catering service. It needs a lot of. She catered one of our parties. You guys, she's got the best burgers, brats, and birds with wings and stuff. She's an awesome catering. Does great deals. She puts the pro in conquesting like a pro. It is Kimmy's Conquest Catering. You guys call her at 727-623-1612. Okay, you guys, give her a call. She's going to be one of our new sponsors as well. So it's time to sing the song Stand Up for News. It goes like this. Stand up for news, stand up for news. We'll stand up for you. You can stand up too. Don't sit down. Stand up and out. Stand up for news. Ready? Stand up for news. Stand up for news. We'll stand up for you. You can stand up too. Don't sit down. Stand up now. Stand up for news. Stand up for news. Stand up for news.
WTAN Clearwater,
FM 106.1,
WDCF Dade City,
FM